Good day everyone. So, ayan, medyo mahaba naging bakasyon natin. So, officially, ito na talaga yung start ng ating third quarter. Ayan. So, sana nakahabol kayo doon sa mga pinapasang requirements sa inyo last second quarter. Binigyan kayo ng 2 weeks. Actually, sobra pa nga. Okay. So, to start our lesson, okay, konting recall lang tayo nung naging lesson nyo nung grade 8 kayo, which is what we call the factorial notation. Ayan. So, ano ba itong factorial notation na to? So, kung maalala ninyo, it is represented by this one. Ayan, yung may tinatawag na n factorial. Now, by definition, factorial notation or for example, ito, yung n factorial is the product of the numbers from 1 to n. Yan. So, parang ganyan lang siya. So, that would be n times n minus 1 times n minus 2. Tapos, tuloy-tuloy yan. N minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5 times 3 times 2 times 1. Ayan. Ang pinakadulo niya is yung number 1. Okay. For example tayo. Let's say, let's have now 4 factorial. Now, to get 4 factorial, so from 4, yan. So, yan. So, that would be the product of 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yan lang yun. Okay? So, sige nga. Anong sagot natin dito? I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, kung ang sagot nyo ay ano ba ang sagot natin dyan? Kung ang sagot nyo ay so 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24. Yan. So, tama. Very good. Or kahit baliktarin nyo yung process, that would be the same. Yan. Okay. Yan. So, subukan naman natin ito. Okay. So, obviously, 7 factorial would be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Yan, yung huli natin. Okay, sige nga. Ano naman ang magiging sagot dito? Ay, medyo mahaba-haba to. Sige. Okay. Sa case na to, medyo mahirap tong i-compute sa manually or kahit mental computation unless talagang super galing nyo, pero pwede nang mandaya ng konti dito siguro, pwede nang gamitan dito ng calculator. So, if you're going to use your calculator, so your answer there would be 5,040 and this would be your final answer. Ito yung tamang sagot. Yan. Okay, so yan lang. Basically, ganyan lang siya. Okay, yung factorial. Now, sa calculator nyo, meron actually function dyan na kung saan mako-compute nyo agad yung factorial. You just have to look for this symbol. Yung sa mga calculator ninyo, usually, yan, merong symbol na ganyan. Yan. So, hahanapin nyo lang yan sa calculator ninyo. Minsan naman, nasa itaas yan. Nakasulat yan na nasa itaas. Nandito yan. Okay? So, aralin nyo lang kung paano nyo ginagamit ang scientific calculator ninyo. Yan. Tapos, maano nyo yan. Nakikita ninyo. Usually yan, ganyan lang siya. Pag sa mga scientific calculator, yan. Usually ganyan ang display niyan. Yan, 7 factorial. Hahanapin nyo lang yan. Yan yung formula. Tapos, pag in-equal sa inyo, lalabas agad dito yung sagot. 5,040. Sir, pwede po bang kunan yung factorial ng decimal? Okay, hindi. By definition, hindi pwede. Positive integers lang ang pwedeng kunan ng factorial. Okay, positive integers. Paano ito, sir? Nyari, ito. 0 factorial. Sige nga. Subukan lang natin. Sir, meron po bang sagot dito? 0 factorial? Okay, kung ang sagot nyo ay 0, so mali kayo. So, the answer there is 1. Okay, based on definition, di ba? Yan. From n to 1. O, dahil ano lang naman, so 0 factorial is 1. So, we shall have what we call the permutation. Ano to pa tong permutation na to? Okay. Sa mga libro, medyo mahaba yung binibigay na definition dito. Pero simple yan lang natin. Okay? So, when we talk of permutation, we're simply talking about arrangement. Yan. So, paano ina-arrange yung isang bagay? For example, yan. So, meron kang for example, meron kang occasion, sabihin na natin wedding. And out of one wedding, and then out of one of 100 guests, kukuha ka ng 10 doon na gagawin mong ninong at ninang. Yan. Pero isusulat mo siya doon sa invitation mo in such way na dapat pwedeng alphabetical. Bahala ka na kung anong arrangement yung paano mo isusulat siya pababa. So, paano mo siya i-arrange? So, yun yung permutation na tinatawag. Okay? Yan. So, ibig sabihin, may number of objects kang and then from there, kukuha ka lang kung ilan yung i-arrange mo. Okay? So, it is written in this manner. Okay? So, may formula tayo dyan. So, n permutation R is equal to n factorial all over the quantity n minus r factorial. Ayan, medyo mahaba yung formula, no? Pero mamaya gagawin natin madali at kung paano to. Yan. So, the n here, okay, ito, yung letter n muna. The small letter n here, by the way, it is written in subscript. Maliit na letter, maliit na number lang yan. Okay, mamaya magbibigay ako ng example. Okay, so the n here, represents the number of objects, okay, yan, that you have in a certain situation. And then the R here represents the number of objects you are actually given to arrange. Yan, yung ilan yung kukunin at i-arrange. Ito yung number of objects doon sa mismong sample, and then ito ilan yung kukunin. Ayan, for example, yan. Yan, for example, bukahin muna natin to. Okay, so let's have this particular problem here. Yan. So, for example, may contest. So, a gold, silver, and bronze medalist will be chosen from 10 contestants. So, ibig sabihin, may certain So, tatlo ang pipiliin natin. Isang gold medalist, isang silver medalist, at isang bronze medalist. From 10 contestants. So, may sabihin na may 10 participants yung particular contest na yon. And yun na nga, mag-awarding na. Okay? So, the question now here is, how many outcomes are possible? So, let's first determine the number of objects. O, ilan ba talaga ang actual object natin? So, the actual object here is 10. Okay. Then, from 10, ilan ang i-arrange natin or ilan yung objects na i-arrange natin. So, there would be 3. So, kasi pipili tayo ng isang gold medalist, isang silver medalist, at saka isang bronze medalist. Okay? Ayan. So, writing it in formula, okay, so, writing it in formula, it would become 10 permutation 3. So, ganyan siya isusulat. Okay? By the way, again, it should be written in small subscript. Okay? Hindi pwede magkapantay ito ng So, that would be equal now to, okay, if you're going to write a formula, so that it will be 10 factorial times the quantity, okay, all over 10 minus 3 quantity factorial. So, ganyan siya. Yan. Medyo mahaba to kapag inano natin. So, that will be equal now to, okay, teka nga lang muna. Okay, bukahin muna natin yung yung question. Okay, total naman na ninyo. Again, your n here is equal to 10 and your r here is equal to 3. Yan. So, it would be, so, 10 permutation 3 is equal now to 10 factorial all over 10 minus 3 factorial. Yan. So, that would be equal now to 10 factorial all over 7 factorial. Ngayon, medyo mahaba to ngayon. Okay? Yan. So, 10 factorial simply means that would be 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 factorial ko na lang ha, kasi ibig sabihin pababa yan. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 all over 7 factorial. So, yan. Hindi ko na hinabaan na. Ayan, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yan. Ito naman, 7, 6. So, ibig sabihin, makakancel to, makakancel din to. So, ang natira, 10 times 9 times 8. 10 times 9 times 8. So, yan na lang ang kukumputin natin. Okay. So, I'll give you 10 seconds to answer that. Okay, do you have your answer? Let's check ha. Okay, so medyo nandaya na tayo sa calculator. So if you have answered it as 720, so you're correct. So there would be 720 ways or outcomes that you could award a gold, a silver, and a bronze medalist from 10 contestants or 10 participants. Yan. So, yan. Kung mapapansin nyo, nangyari na lang dito, nabawasan. Okay? So, nabawasan natin. So, tatlo lang naman ang kailangan ko. O, tatlo na lang yan. Yan. 10, 9, 8. Tapos, wag nang habaan. Kasi baka cancel na yun eh. Yan. So, ganun na lang gawin natin. Okay? Yan. Ayos ba tayo dyan? Okay. So, let's have now your second example. Let's have now this example here. Yan. So, how many 3-digit numbers can be formed from the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, let's first determine the number of objects that we're about to choose from. So, there would be 6. Yan. And the actual number of objects that we have to pick up and arrange would be 3, since we will be needing a 3-digit number. Yan. So, by permutation, that would be 6. Permutation, 3. Ngayon, hindi na natin hahabaan yung formula ha, na 6 factorial all over, hindi na natin gagawin yun ha. Okay, yung mahaba na 6 ano. So, from 6, ilan na ang kailangan natin? 3. So, 6 times 5 times 4. Okay na yan. Okay? Yan, ganyan na lang. Okay, so what will be the answer there? Okay, meron na ba kayong sagot? Okay, kung ang sagot nyo is 120, you're correct. So, the answer is 120. So, ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? Hindi na natin ginamit yung mahabang formula kasi masyadong mahaba yan. Okay? This time, we shall have, ang dami yun, napaka-redundant. We shall have what we call the circular permutation. So, how is it different from the permutation that we had a while ago? Okay. The permutation that we had a while ago, in some references, we call it as linear permutation. So since it is arranged in a linear way, so diretso. Okay? So ibig sabihin pag naglista ka, okay? Or nag-arrange ka, nakalinya siya, ibig sabihin straight line, ganyan. Okay? Dito naman, nakabilog, circular permutation. Okay, let me give you an example. For example, okay, imagine, okay, so we have 5 circles here, right? Ayan, okay? For example, meron akong 5 bisita na papaupuin ko sa isang round table. O, sabihin na natin, si person 1 nandito, si person 2, ito si 3, ito si 4, ito si 5. Yan. Ngayon, yan, sabihin na natin itong mga to ay upuan. For example na lang, gawin ko nandito si 1, andito si 3, andito si 2, ito si 3, ito si 4, at saka ito si 5. Siya ngayon yung nandito. Yan. Ang tanong ko, ganito. Naiba ba yung arrangement nung nandito at saka ito? Ngayon, kung ang sinabi nyo ay hindi siya nabago, tama kayo. Hindi siya nabago. Bakit? Umikot lang naman eh. Kung tutusin, ganun pa rin naman ang arrangement nila. Kaya lang, naikot lang ng konti. Okay? So, same din yan kung nandito si 1, andito si 2, andito si 3, andito si 4, at andito si 5. Parehas lang yan ang arrangement. Iisang arrangement lang yan. Nabago lang yung perspective. Naikot lang kasi siya. Pakaisipin nyo, lumipat ng pwesto si 1. Kung tutusin, hindi. Kasi yun pa rin yung naging arrangement nila. Same din yung idea kung nandito si 1, andito si 2, andito si 3, andito si 4, andito si 5. Same din yun. Wala tayong kaso dyan. And same din kung nandito si 1, andito si 2, andito si 3, andito si 4, at nandito si 5. Pare-parehas na iisang arrangement lang yan. So, yun yung idea natin sa circular permutation. Okay? So, mababago yung ating formula. Now, for circular permutation, okay, or in arranging objects in a circular manner, okay, so we're just following this formula. N minus 1 quantity factorial. So, yan lang yung formula natin. So, ibig sabihin, tatanggalin natin lang yung option na merong magkakapare-parehas ng arrangement dahil nga nasa circle lang naman siya. So, ibig sabihin, kahit ikutin mo siya, we're just pertaining to one particular arrangement. Iisang arrangement lang yun actually. Naikot lang pero ganun lang din yun. Okay? Yeah. So, n minus 1 quantity factorial. For example, okay? Okay, so, let's have now this particular example here. In how many ways can you arrange 5 persons to sit in a round table? So, take note, ha? So, we're pertaining here to a round table. So, it is not, okay, it's simply not a linear permutation. Kung linear permutation lang kasi yan, madali lang yan. 5 factorial lang ang sagot dyan. What would be equal to 120. Pero hindi. Okay? Hindi siya linear. Take note. You're about to sit them in a round table. So, ibig sabihin, circular ang kanyang permutation. So, for the formula, that would be 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 factorial. So, 5 minus 1 would be 4 factorial. Ayan. Tapos, well, madali na lang yan. Gunin nyo na lang sa calculator yan. Okay, so what it will be 4 factorial? Okay, so if you have answered 24, so your answer is correct. So, there would be 24 ways that you can arrange 5 persons in a round table. Yeah. So, ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? Yan. Okay, this time, we shall have what we call the distinguishable permutations. Yan. Ano nga yan tiyatawag na itong distinguishable permutations? Yan. Medyo natatang twister tayo. Okay. Medyo mahirap ito ipaliwanag. So, directly magpupunta tayo sa sa example. Okay, let's have example number 1 here. So, how many permutations can be formed from the letters of the word? Ayan, ala-ala. Yan, so, yan. So, mapapansin ninyo, okay, so, anin muna natin to, ha? Okay, so, we shall have your N here. Yan, anin muna natin as N. So, how many letters are there in the word ala-ala? Yan, so, bilangin natin. So, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, there would be 6. Okay. So, now, if it is simply a linear permutation wherein all the letters are different from each other, madali lang yan. 6 factorial. Tapos ang usapan. Okay? But here, you will notice right now that there are letters that are actually the same. For example, itong si letter A. Yan. There are, ayan, 4 yung A dyan. So, ibig sabihin, kahit i-rearrange mo yan, you're still pertaining to the same letter. Yan. You can still distinguish it as the same letter. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pwede palang 6 factorial to. So, mababago yung formula. So, we will be considering other letters here. Okay? Yan. Okay. So, let's have this. Okay. So, let's represent R sub A here na lang. Yan. R sub A or object A. Yan. Okay? So, ilan yung R ngayon dito sa particular letters na to? So, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So, there would be 4. Yan. Tapos, meron pa naman dito, letter L. Yan, yung letter L. Ilan naman yung letter L? Ilang beses nag-appear si letter L? So, there would be 2 letter L's here. Now, yan. Now, look at now the permutation of this. Okay? So, wala na tayo isulat na numbers dito kasi hindi naman siya yung tulad ng kaninang previous lesson natin. So, that would be n factorial all over, yan, r sub a factorial, letter A to ha, hindi lang masyadong malinaw. Okay. Times r sub L factorial. Yan. Okay? So, yan yung magiging formula dyan. Okay? Yan. So, ibig sabihin ngayon, i-rewrite natin ulit. Okay, so burahin natin. Ala. So, the actual number of letters from this word is actually 6. And then, for the first object, na letter A, object na natin, there are 4 letters for letter A. And then, for letter L, we have 2 letters. Yan. So, for the formula, we shall have 6 factorial from the formula all over 4 factorial times 2 factorial. Yan. Now, by writing this, okay, pwede na gawin mo ito. So, 6 times 5 times 4 factorial, kasi tuloy-tuloy naman yan, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, all over 4 factorial times 2 times 1 na lang natin to, yung kabila. Okay? 4 factorial, ito yan. 2 factorial, hiniwalay natin. So, pwede na makancel to, pwede makancel to. Okay? And then, from there, so, matitira na lang dito, 6 times 5, 2 times 1 naman sa denominator. Dito naman, pwede na cancellation method dito, kay 2 at saka kay 6. Si 2 ay magiging 1, si 6 magiging 3. So, magiging 3 times 5, wala na all over 1. So, 3 times 5 na lang yung tira sa ibabaw. So, final answer would be 15. Very good. Yan. So, there would be 15. Yan. So, there would be 15 permutations from the letters of the word ala-ala. So, ganun lang siya. Madali lang naman kabisyaduhin. Okay? So, let's proceed to the next example here. So, let's consider now this particular example here. Ayan. So, same pa rin tayo ha. How many permutations can be formed from the letters of the word? Ito, let's have this one. Ayan. Mississippi. Ayan, yung isang pinakasikat na lugar sa Amerika. Ayan. Okay? Ayan. So, paano ngayon ito? Okay, so same concept pa rin. No? Bilangin muna natin yung actual number of objects or number of letters dito. Okay, so we have, kung bibilangin natin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, there would be 11. So, bilangin ulit natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, confirm. So, there would be 11. Tapos, alin ba dito yung mga naulit na letters? So, okay, si M, huwag na natin isama yan kasi hindi naman siya naulit. O, mag-umpisa tayo kay letter I. Okay, so, ilan yung letter I dito? So, R sub I natin. Okay, so, ilan to? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, merong 4. Okay, sino ba yung mga naulit na letters dito? Si S. Okay, so R sub S naman, okay, ilan naman to? So, meron ding 4. Okay. At, lastly, si letter P. Ilan yung letter P? So, merong 2. Okay, si M, hindi na natin sinama kasi isang beses lang naman siya umulit. Now, writing the formula, yan, that would be equal now to 11 factorial all over 4 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial. Yan. Ifa-factoriable lang siya lahat. So, Sige nga, ito, pwede niyo na lang itong gawin sa calculator. Discarding nyo na yan kung paano nyo bibinto din. Ngayon, kung kabisado nyo yung inyong scientific calculator, pwede itong actually i-enter ng isang buong equation. Tapos pag equal sign nyo, sagot na agad. Ngayon, kung hindi naman, pwede nyo unti-untiin. Kasi ako, kunya, pakita natin, unti-untiin lang natin, okay? So, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, times 6, times 5, times 4 factor, medyo yung space natin kasi, medyo iusok lang natin. So, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, times 4 factorial na lang. Hindi na natin paabutin hanggang 1. Okay? All over, yan. 4 factorial. Yan. Tapos ito, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tapos ito naman, 2, 1. O pwedeng ganyan yung habaan. Tapos, yan. Cancel to. Cancel to. Tapos, sino ba ang pwede makancel dito? Yan. Anihin natin ha. Ayan. 4 times 2 is 8. Tama ba ako? 4 times 2 is 8. So, pwede ko i-cancel ito at saka ito. Pwede yan. Okay. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. O, pwede ko na i-cancel yan. O, edi wala nang natira. So, natira na lang 11, 10, 9, 7, at saka 5. Tapos yun na lang i-multiply mo. Yan. Pwede rin yun. Okay. Or, ang na lang, kung meron kayong scientific calculator, etong buong to, i-enter nyo sa calculator nyo, pagka equal sign, may lalabas agad na sagot dyan. So, ilan na ngayon ang sagot? Sige nga. Ito medyo matintindi itong pagka-calculate. Sige, pagbibigyan ko kayo, medyo habaan natin yung oras ninyo. Okay. So, meron na pa kayong sagot? Okay. Kung ang sagot ninyo ay 34,650, yan, kayo ay tama. Yan. So, ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? Medyo nakakalito lang yung process kasi kailangan mo pang alamin yung mga repetitions kung ilan. Pero nonetheless, ganun lang din siya. Okay? Yan. So, I hope this would help you answer your module or your activity sheets kung ano man ang binigay sa inyo ng inyong teacher. And I hope to see you soon. Okay? Goodbye!